Elias Wren had flown this route 1,000 times. It was a routine patrol along the Pacific coast, high above the clouds, where the stars peeked through the thinning atmosphere. The night was calm. Elias adjusted his mask, checked his altimeter, and exhaled. Just another flight. Then came the static. His comms crackled violently, not with voices, but with a low-frequency hum that rattled his bones. His instruments flickered, dancing between life and death. The HUD scrambled, and warning lights began to scream. Before he could radio base, he saw it. At first, just a glimmer, like a star that blinked too fast. Then it expanded, a shape, metallic, massive, and deathly silent. It hovered with the grace of a feather and the menace of a guillotine. Blacker than the night sky, it absorbed light, and its surface shimmered with symbols that seemed to crawl. Elias blinked, and the thing was right in front of him. A beam of white light shot out, slamming into his jet. No explosion, no fire, just silence. Then sudden failure. The engines died. His jet fell from the sky like a stone. He pulled the eject. Wind tore at his suit. The parachute deployed with a violent jolt, and the world spun in darkness. He landed hard in a dense forest, somewhere remote, somewhere cold. The trees loomed like ancient sentinels, and the moon vanished behind thick, fast-moving clouds. He was alive. Elias dropped to his knees, pressing his ear to the frozen ground. The vibration was growing, closer. From above the trees, the UFO descended silent, hovering like a vulture. A hatch opened, and they emerged. 3 of them. They didn't walk. They glided. 9 feet tall, limbs too long for their frames, skin like wet slate. Their eyes, 4 each, glowed red, not from light, but from hunger. One tilted its head and let out a sound. Elias could feel inside his skull. They began to search. Elias crawled through the underbrush, trying to steady his breath, but the forest betrayed him. Every snap of a twig echoed. Every movement drew their gaze. He ducked behind a fallen tree, heart pounding like a war drum. One of them stopped and placed a hand to the ground. Elias's mind. He saw images, violence, fire, dissected humans. They were hunting. And then one turned. Its eyes met his. Elias gasped. He ran. Branches whipped at his face. Blood streamed down his cheek. Behind him, a high-pitched screech shattered the night. Trees bent. One of them flew after him, gliding, not walking, closing in. Elias reached a small cave, barely wide enough to squeeze into. He collapsed inside, covered in sweat, heart beating in his throat. Outside, the trees shook. The cave began to glow, a sickly green. A long, bony hand slid through the entrance, fingers twitching unnaturally, smelling of metal and rot. It stopped just short of him, then slowly withdrew. They didn't want to kill him.